Awaken, arise, and ascend. Whoo! Our very own Reverend Joanne Boruck. Come on down, Joanne.
That gallery. Okay. Okay. Pretend that never happened. I want to talk about something that's really near and dear to me. And it's about our body. It's about awakening. And it starts with awaken, arise, and ascend. Or some like to call it rising above adversity. Other people call it opening your chakra system. And there's just so many ways you can do that. You can raise your vibration. One of them is through the chakra system. I want to talk about different ways that we can awake, arise, and ascend by opening our energy centers. And I want to start with an opening affirmative prayer. So if you could join me and go within to that heart center, and the deeper you go into your heart, the higher you will rise. I declare and know in the oneness, in the allness, in the goodness, there is Godness. In this knowingness, there is healing, there is health, there is love. There is abundance that lives in me and as me, and in you and as you. With every breath we take, we are acknowledging our oneness and our awakening. Go deeper into your heart and arise. And then you enter ascension. That's our reason for being. I declare and know with great gratitude that this is a day of awakening. This is a day of arising. This is a day of ascending into a higher consciousness known as Creative Spirit, God. And I let this go. I know my word is heard, acted upon, and returned, multiplied and overflowing, and so it is. When I started writing, I thought I could do a whole talk just on awake, and then I could do a whole talk on arise. I could do a whole talk on ascend. But no, Reverend Vera didn't give me 3 weeks. She gave me 20 minutes. So in that 20 minutes, I want to inspire you to go within to yourself. And don't look outside yourself. Everything you need is right inside of you. Go past your physical body, into your heart, and into your consciousness to awake, arise, and ascend. That's really perfect timing because you know the theme for Ernest Holmes for this whole year is called Open at the Top. And open at the top also means opening your crown chakra. Ernest Holmes wrote his memoirs called Open at the Top. And his philosophy in 1925 when he started this teaching was, if you're open, there's wisdom out there for you. And I look around, and some people might know about chakras, and some people might not. But in Eastern philosophy, it's been long studied. And they say there's little wheels of light, vortexes of light that rise up your spine. And I'm going to ask Peter to hand out these little chakra pictures I have, so that when I'm talking, you're not like, what is that? What are you talking about? So as Peter hands those out, I want you to know that these little spinning wheels of light keep you connected to the earth. They keep you in harmony with the moon, the sun, and each other. I talk about energy like it's something unique, but it's not. Energy is just the expansion of life. You know, we live and move in energetic waves all the time. The energetic impulses that flow through us are like the universal flow of light and love that we talk about. Well, this moon this last week, the new moon, and the things that are happening up there, it's more important than ever that we go back into our own bodies and heal ourselves at a cellular level. It was just phenomenal, that new moon. Della had a drumming here, and I know with the new moon we're releasing and embracing what's coming new, and the same thing with the full moon. Della, what is the new moon and the full moon difference? What do? Do you release at one? Do you embrace at another? The new moon's about creation and letting go of something to let something else in. Okay. Okay, I did write that. I just wanted to make sure before I said, you know, like I said, there's people out here that could teach what I'm talking about. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, the new moon, I thought too, is about gratitude and awakening to what no longer serves us. So these little spinning wheels of energy I mentioned are wheels of light called chakras. And today, it relates to the science of mind when I talk about this, because Ernest Holmes' philosophy is, in Christianity, we say the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. In science of mind, we say the body, the mind, and the spirit. So our chakras relate to our body, our mind, and our spirit. And as I was researching different things about energy, I came across something that really never even thought about. You might not either. Do you know that energy and vibration are two different things? So energy and vibrations have two issues. One's energy is contained by thoughts and words, and energy is influenced by other people. Or you can have low energy one day and high energy one day. So energy is subjective to others. Now vibration, that's a whole other issue, because vibration is based on thoughts and words. And that's why affirmative prayer is so important, because speaking those, you create a vibration that sends something out and brings something back to you. So vibration is a bodily issue, and energy is an outside issue. Why that's important is because vibration encloses your energy and your emotions. So when you're feeling well and you're speaking well and thinking well, you've got a really high vibration. So think higher thoughts to raise yourself into a higher vibration. The words you create, yes. It is exactly the same as frequency. Yeah, and thank you. Scientifically, they understand frequency. And when we say, oh, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe, not everybody gets that. But that's true. So I want us to all raise our energy into a place of awakening, arising, and ascending. So I'm going to start with the body as talked about by Ernest Holmes, which is our lower three chakras. And you'll see there, they say, I am, I feel, and I do. Now that's our house. And those three chakras, they say, open the minute you're born. Your root chakra opens. It's a deep, deep red. And it says, I am. You're grounded. Then you get to be into your puberty, and your sacral chakra opens, which is around your sexual organs, and it says, I feel. And then you rise up a little bit higher into your teenage power center where I know everything and you know nothing. That's your power center. We need to remember that's okay to say that now. And then, lots of people, that's good. That's black and white. I'm grounded. I'm safe. I'm powerful. And lots of people just go through life like that. Just a body floating through life. I have people in my own family that say that. Why do you do all that spiritual work? It's so much work. But I wanted to know more. So those are the lower chakras, and they relate to the body. And they're red, orange, and yellow. And they're floating and moving in and out, in front of you, behind you. They're the most miraculous thing. You could study the chakras for most of your life and never learn it all. So those are your body. And we go through life, we need those. They're going to be going all the time, and if something's out of whack, you're going to know it. But what about your mind? You might think your heart's not your mind, but it is. There's a lot of heart math that was done that found brain cells in your heart. Isn't that amazing? So you're grounded, you're safe, you're powerful, and then you get into your heart and you realize it's not you and the world, it's you in the world. It's you as the world. And you love. And when you don't know how to love, your heart hurts. And that could cause all kinds of problems. So our body is our root, but our mind is our intellectual way we communicate with the world. So that's where our vibration starts. This is our energy. We move into our heart, and that's our vibration. We rise up our energy into our heart, and that's when we start to enter into the science of mind. Now, the science of mind says everything you say returns to you multiplied and overflowing. If you don't like what your life's happening, change what you're thinking. Change what you're saying. Because it's not just what you say. If you think that your thoughts don't have a frequency, a vibration, you got another think coming, because they sure do. So you rise up and you recognize it's you in the world, and then you get to this part, your throat chakra. Oh, that's a whole nother one. I got to go back and tell you about the heart chakra, because in yours it says green for the heart chakra. When we teach Reiki, I learned this from Carmen, there's actually two colors for the heart chakra. There's a pink one for your physical heart and a green one for your, wrong way. Pink one for your emotional heart and a green one for your physical heart. So it's green there, but really there's a little bit of pink floating around in there. Then we move up to the throat chakra. I tell you, I'm doing this talk, and every chakra is like, that one's out of whack, that one's out of whack, that one's out of whack. And when you get to your throat chakra, you really have to know what your truth is. What do you value? So often when we make decisions, we make them through our heart. That's not always the truth, because it's our emotions that are governing it. And then we say words we don't mean because our heart's injured. So when we go into our throat chakra, it's really important to know. Again, I got to quote what Carmen says. That's the longest 18 inches you'll ever go. It's from your head to your heart. And your communication comes out of your throat chakra. So are you being truthful with yourself or with others? Do you believe in your values? Do they come from your heart? Are they a good balance of what's right and what's true? Wow, that's our awakening. Once we open our heart and we start speaking our wisdom, we are rising. We woke up, and now we're rising up into our own energy, our own vibration. But we don't stop there. We woke up, we've risen, we've learned so much about spirituality, about our inner growth, about energy centers. And again, some people just go through that whole thing. And you'll know those people because they don't walk their talk. They just talk and talk and talk. And they haven't opened those other ascension chakras. So just know that they're working on their truth too. So when we talk about ascending, we're going up into our third eye. And there it is, just between your eyebrows, a little bit up here. And your third eye is what you see with your inner wisdom. I always remember this book I read called Women Who Run with Wolves. Anybody ever read that book? Oh yeah, wasn't it great? One of the lessons I got out of that was as they were in that book, they talked to each other energetically by their vibration. There wasn't really words. And as the book evolved, they started to learn words. And what women discovered is what people say and what people do are not congruent. So if we could just be the actions that we want to see in the world and not necessarily the words we want to see in the world. So for me, that's my third eye. You know, how does that feel to me? If I can see it with my third eye as truth, these eyes have been programmed to see a certain way from our teachers and our parents and our siblings. And we have, most of us here are spiritual, and something happened and we said, that's not true. Or like Tress said, I came here and I thought, I always knew that. Her third eye was open. We're ascending and we're communicating from a different place. The way we walk and the way we talk in the world is our energy. We have integrity now. We use our third eye. That is our spirit. We've opened our body. We're using our mind. And now we're ascending and we're opening our spirit. And our spirit starts here. How many people don't in this world, not in this room, we're all enlightened beings, but out in the world, they're not looking through this eye. They're seeing the world through these eyes. You know, John Prine's got a great song, turn up and blow up your TV. Plant a little garden. Grow a lot of peaches and try to find Jesus on your own. And you know, I think about that before I even came here. Blow up your TV. That's a great one. So now we've opened our third eye and we are ready to be open at the top. Open at the top. Open the crown. When we're open at the top, we're ready to receive. I'm ready to receive and also transmit. Because when your chakras are all in balance, that red and orange and yellow and the pink and green and the turquoise and the indigo, and we're just bubbling, guess what? Your crown opens and it just flows out. It just erupts. And it flows down over you in sparkling white light. And that is your vibration. When everything's congruent, and your crown's open, and it bubbles up, and it flows down around you, and you're walking around, and people are thinking, wow, I'll have what she's having. Because she's got a good vibe. She's got a good frequency. And I just got to stop for a minute and tell you that Joyce told me to look up. I was talking to Joyce about how the frequency of the earth is changing, and we have to, it's really more important than ever to keep ours high. There's a thing called Schumann resonance that talks just about that, about these chakra systems. And if I had, another 3 weeks that Reverend Vera won't let me have, I could tell you about these chakras. They've all got different megahertz. They have a different crystal. They have a food that's associated with them. It's like the most amazing thing. And then Ernest Holmes tells us, body, mind, and spirit. Wow, it's all one. Your vibe really does attract your tribe. So we've awakened, we've arisen, and we've ascended. And now I would like to invite you to join me in a short meditation as we open our chakra centers. If you choose, close your eyes and I'll take you on a journey. A colorful, colorful journey into your energy field, into your body, mind, and spirit. Just allow your body to relax into the chair with total awareness that your root chakra at the base of your spine is supported by the chair. Bring your awareness to that tailbone and feel how that feels. And envision this deep, deep ruby red colored ball just there at the base of your spine, swirling around and around and around. That is the beginning of your body. And inside your body is your physicality. That swirling ball of red light swirls around and around as we affirm, I am safe. We now move our awareness up to the area just below your belly button. Our ability to nurture deeply from our feeling center that comes from the sacral chakra, which is a beautiful, clear, orange carnelian crystal and a ball of orange light that swirls around and around, affirming, I am confident. And now a little bit further up, just above your belly button, is your power center. It's deep, deep yellow citrine crystal, swirls around and fills you with power and ideas. It swirls around and around, affirming, I am confident. Now you bring your awareness up past that red, orange, yellow, into just above your belly button, up into your heart, and back down into your power center where everything manifests. And as that beautiful yellow swirls around and around, you affirm, I am confident. And now we're ready to move up into our heart center. I am safe, I am confident, I am powerful. You've woken up your physical body. Imagine that. The red, orange, yellow wheels of light just swirling around and around within you, awakening you. Then envision this little bit higher into your heart center. When you go into your heart center, you know that there's this green, pink, intertwined light swirling around and around, getting bigger, going out in front of you and behind you, so it affects all the people around you, affirming, I am loving and I am loved. We are arising. We arise now into our throat chakra that empowers you to do what feels right, to speak your truth, a turquoise blue light swirling around in your throat, opening it, clearing it, affirming, I am seen and I am heard. That is a true rising up from your groundedness, from your earthiness, into your loving, into your empowerment through your words. Envision those colors. Your heart chakra, green and pink, and going back down into your yellow, orange, and red. And now come back up, red, orange, yellow, pink and green, to your throat. The vibration of your throat, if you want to put your finger on there, and we'll just hum. That throat vibrates at the color blue turquoise. Your heart chakra affirming, I am loved, heard, and seen. And your throat chakra affirming, I speak my truth. And now we are arisen and we are ready to ascend into our third eye chakra, just above your eyes. And we catch that wheel of indigo blue swirling around and around. That indigo third eye affirming, I am aware. We need awareness to ascend. To release all fear that we are in the right, perfect place for us right here and right now, and we're ready to be open at the top. As our third eye is swirling around, it catches the wheel of our crown and it opens. And that crown chakra spins around horizontally and vertically, and it's the most beautiful purple amethyst light you've ever seen. It's just there in the top of your skull, about an inch above your skull and all around. And it's 1,000 lotus petals and it opens so largely. Your third eye is affirming, I am aware. And your crown affirms, I am ascended. And it explodes out through your crown. All this is happening all the time in your body. Your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown, all functioning at the right and perfect pace for you. All is well. Red, orange, yellow, pink and green, turquoise, indigo, purple. And I invite you to affirm these words in your mind and feel the resonance. I am safe. I am confident. I am powerful. I am loved and loving. I am seen and heard. I am aware. I am ascended. Anytime your body, mind, or spirit feels out of sorts, check in with your body and see what's going on. And if you can feel it in your body, then you might know what part of your problem is. Inhale deeply. And exhale deeply. And imagine your breath coming up through the soles of your feet and filling your body as it rises to the top of your head. And as you exhale the next inhalation, imagine it traveling back down your body and exiting through the soles of your feet. As you continue this breath, you may want to visualize the colors associated with each chakra as the breath travels through the related parts of the body. As I affirm, loving, compassionate body, joyful, energetic heart, clear, reflective mind, lightness of being. When you feel ready, touch your index finger to your thumb and ground yourself back into this room. And when you feel ready, open your eyes, fully awake, fully alive, fully aware. As you leave this morning, I know that you are awake, that you have arisen, and you are ascended. I am Reverend Joanne Faith, peace, and love, Boruck, and I wish you a blessed week. Thank you.